Welcome to another Deep Dive. Today we're going way back into the world of Rune Midgards. We're tackling a figure shrouded in mystery, Heinrich.
A man out of time, you might say.
Yeah, exactly. A man at a time. And we've got a pretty diverse set of sources here. We're talking historical records, personal accounts, even some spectral whispers. It's going to get interesting.
You could say Heinrich's story is like a thread woven right through the heart of Rune Midgards. We're going to be touching upon King Schmitz's reign, the fall of Glasstime, even the Reichenberg Corporation. How they all tie into this, well, it'll be fun to unravel.
So let's start simple. Who is Heinrich? What makes him tick?
Right to it, I like it.
Got to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So our sources describe him as a middle-aged Norman. Looks to be fixated on one thing, reviving the royal guard.
An elite order of knights, gone but not forgotten, it seems.
Yeah, and he's not just, daydreaming about the past. This guy is actively searching, scouring the world for any trace of them. Their history, their secrets, you name it.
And how players first encounter him, that's interesting too. Not some hidden away scholar. We're talking Prontera Castle.
Oh, so right in the thick of things.
Right in the thick of things. But he's not exactly putting up recruitment posters. Instead, he hits you with this strange task.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What do you have to do?
Collect 100 burning hearts.
100 burning hearts? That's a lot. That doesn't sound like the usual join my knightly order sort of deal.
Not at all. But that's the point. This task, it reveals a lot about Heinrich. He's not just looking for muscle, someone who can swing a sword. He's looking for dedication, resilience, the kind of commitment that would drive someone to, collect 100 burning hearts.
But almost like he's looking for a reflection of himself, someone who shares his dedication. But dedicated to what exactly? Is this where King Schmitz comes in?
King Schmitz. You can't talk about Heinrich without talking about Schmitz. Their stories are intertwined, shall we say. Now, Schmitz, he was the king of Rune Midgards. Started with so much promise, but ambition can be a tricky thing. Led him down a dark path, consumed by this pursuit of immortality, turning into a full-blown tyrant.
And that tyranny, it wasn't just some abstract idea, right? This had real-world consequences, and nothing shows that more than his palace in Glastheim.
Yes, Glastheim. The city of warriors, reduced to a playground for a king's ego, trying to build his own Valhalla, a monument to his power.
An attempt to defy immortality, you could say.
Exactly. But that palace, that dream, it came at a steep price, drained the kingdom's resources, pushed people away. Glastheim, once a potential site for the real Valhalla, ended up a monument to Schmitz's hubris.
And of course, it doesn't end there.
Oh no, it doesn't end well for Schmitz at all. Cousin stages a coup, Grinholm von Gabel takes over. But even imprisoned, Schmitz manages to disappear. Poof. Vanished, leaving behind fear and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
Sounds like a setup for a good mystery novel.
You could say that.
But where does Heinrich fit into all of this?
Right, Heinrich. So he was Schmitz's right-hand man, commanded the elite knights, Kalitzberg, White Knights. But here's the thing, his loyalty, it didn't fade when Schmitz vanished. It's lasted centuries.
Okay, now that's dedication. I mean, what could fuel that kind of loyalty for so long? It almost makes you think there's something more to Heinrich, something beyond what we see on the surface.
And our sources, they offer an interesting theory. What if Heinrich can transfer his consciousness, like jumping from one body to the next, escaping death itself? Imagine the dedication to keep that loyalty burning, body after body, century after century, all to revive an order representing a potentially long-gone king.
Wow, that's some next-level dedication.
Yeah.
And it just leads to more questions, like what's driving him? Is it just loyalty to Schmitz, or is there something deeper going on?
Well, to understand that, we need to dig a little deeper. Go back to the fall of Glastheim. That's where we see Heinrich's loyalty really tested. And the scars from that, they shape everything he does.
Okay, so we've got Heinrich, this mysterious guy, trying to bring back a long-gone order of knights, possibly even cheating death to do it. But to really get him, we need to look at the fall of Glasstime.
Right, Glasstime. That extravagant palace we were talking about, it wasn't just about showing off wealth and power. It ended up attracting the wrong kind of attention.
Uh-oh. Who are we talking about?
Lisa Khan Himmelmez, powerful necromancer with big plans.
Himmelmez, she's not just some run-of-the-mill baddie, right? Everything points to her being a major player in Rune Midgards. So what did she want with Glasstime? Why go after Schmitz's palace?
She was after the heart of Ymir, hidden within the palace walls. This is big stuff we're talking about. A fragment of the giant whose body, they say, formed Midgard.
Hold on. The heart of Ymir, like the literal heart of the world.
Exactly. We're talking creation, power, maybe even unimaginable destruction.
Okay, this just got real. So we have this necromancer obsessed with an artifact of incredible power, attacking a palace built by a king obsessed with power. What could go wrong? So where's Heinrich in all of this?
Heinrich is leading Schmitz's knights at this point. Kautzburg. White knights, the best of the best, totally loyal, sure they can handle anything. He practically laughs off the threat of Himmelmez. Doesn't take her seriously. A woman challenging his authority and military might. Unthinkable.
Classic blunder, right? Underestimating your opponent, especially one who can control the dead. What happened when Himmelmez clashed with Heinrich's knights?
It was a bloodbath. Himmelmez's power was just too much. Heinrich's knights slaughtered, then twisted into these horrifying undead creatures. Imagine facing your friends, your comrades, their eyes empty, their bodies moving, but not really them anymore.
That's just chilling. It wasn't just a defeat, it was a personal tragedy for Heinrich. No wonder he's haunted by the past, clings to those memories of the royal guard, a time before this horrific loss.
And we can't forget the heart of Ymir. Himmelmez might have been after raw power, but that artifact, it represents something much bigger, the essence of Midgard itself, a connection to the creation of the world. It raises all these questions about life, death, the forces that shape reality.
It's like the heart of Ymir represents everything Heinrich is trying to hold on to. A lost past, a connection to a time before Glasstime fell, before he lost his comrades.
You're picking up on it. The heart of Ymir, it becomes the symbol of a world that's fading, that Heinrich desperately wants to bring back. But the story of the heart, it doesn't stop there. It pops up again, this time tangled up with the Reichenberg Corporation.
Reichenberg. Those guys just love to be in the middle of things, always pushing the boundaries, for better or worse. So what's their interest in the heart of Ymir?
Power, naturally. They want to control it, understand it, replicate it. They create runestones, artificial copies of the heart to power their inventions. Like those guardians they're so fond of. It's a dangerous game, messing with forces they might not truly comprehend.
And then there's Varmunt, this brilliant sage, key to figuring out those runestones. But like so many others in this story, he vanishes. Poof, gone. More questions than answers.
Varmunt's disappearance, it adds another layer of mystery, right? Did his ambition get the best of him? Or did something darker happen? It's hard to say, but it suggests that messing with the heart of Ymir, it comes with a price.
Everyone around Heinrich seems to be touched by tragedy, by mystery. Is he drawn to them? Or does his presence somehow bring about their downfall?
An unsettling thought. Does Heinrich's quest for the past somehow cause chaos in the present? Like his pursuit of a bygone era disrupts the natural order of things, leading to these tragedies. What do you think?
I don't know. Makes you think, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It adds a whole other level to Heinrich. We started with a guy wanting to bring back some knights. Now we're talking about time, ancient artifacts, messing with forces beyond our understanding.
Exactly. And at the center of it all, you've got Heinrich, trying to balance loyalty to the past with the reality of the present, trying to bring back the royal guard, but maybe also trying to bring back a part of himself he lost back at Glasstime.
So how does he go about rebuilding this lost order? He's not just sitting around daydreaming, right? He's actively finding people, putting them through the ringer. What's his plan? So Heinrich's out there searching for the right people to bring back the royal guard, but he's not exactly holding open auditions. It's more like these elaborate tests, challenges that push people to their absolute breaking point. What's he looking for? What makes someone worthy in his eyes?
It's not just about fighting skill or strength. He wants more, something deeper. He wants to see that same unwavering dedication he has. We see this in the task he gives a crusader, maybe a paladin.
Go on. What's the task?
Retrieve an artifact from Glassheim, from the ruins. Dangerous, tests both their courage and their strength.
Almost like he's trying to recreate what he went through, right?
Yeah.
Those trials that forged his loyalty. Wants to see if others have that same fire in them, that willingness to face anything, even death, for something they believe in.
And the ones who make it, who prove themselves, they earn the title of Royal Guard. But it's not just a title. It's more like a pact, a bond, marked by an ancient shield, a physical link to the Order's past. But this is where things get tricky.
Yeah, because it's not exactly a choice, is it? He's manipulating people using their desires to achieve his own goals. Even if he thinks he's doing the right thing, bringing back something good, can you really justify that?
It makes you think, right, about the means and the ends. He's so focused on this vision of the royal guard, on keeping his promise to Schmitz, that he loses sight of the people he's using. He becomes this puppet master, controlling everything, all for the sake of a past that's gone, can't be brought back.
And the saddest part? It's all for nothing. Schmitz himself, well, his ghost, appears to Heinrich, tells him it's pointless. The royal guard, a symbol of his rule, it means nothing in this new world. It's got to be crushing to realize everything you've worked for, sacrificed, might be meaningless.
That encounter with Schmitz's ghost, it's key. It breaks that illusion Heinrich's been clinging to for centuries. The royal guard, the symbol of strength and loyalty, is just a relic now, empty. And Heinrich, who dedicated his whole existence to bringing it back, he's left with, well, nothing.
What a tragic ending. Consumed by duty, by loyalty, he chases the past and misses the present, the chance to find new meaning in a world that's moved on. It makes you ask, can you honor the past without being trapped by it?
That's the big question Heinrich's story leaves us with, isn't it? It's a warning, a reminder that clinging too tightly to what's gone can blind you to what's right in front of you. You can treasure memories, learn from history, but don't let them rule you, hold you back from embracing the present. The world keeps changing, and we have to change with it.
It's powerful stuff, especially in a world where everyone's looking back, longing for simpler times. Heinrich's story, it challenges us to look at our own relationship with the past. Are we holding on to things we should let go of? Beliefs, relationships, goals that don't fit anymore.
Exactly. Heinrich's struggle, it's like a mirror, reflecting our own internal battles. His loyalty, as admirable as it is, ends up destroying him. It shows that even good intentions can lead you down the wrong path if you aren't careful. If you don't adapt, evolve, accept that change is inevitable.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Heinrich, there's a lot to think about. How do we honor the past without being controlled by it? How do we balance loyalty with the demands of the present? Tough questions, ones we all have to wrestle with as we move forward in our own lives.